Hello friends, today we are going to discuss the Panchayati Raj institution as an instrument of social transformation. So this is totally a new chapter we are going to discuss today, that is how Panchayati Raj institution become an instrument of social transformation. So let's start the discussion. It is very important to discuss the Panchayati Raj institutions. So let's start. The 73rd Amendment Act 1993 provides the reservation to the weaker section of the society up to minimum of 51% of the total membership of the Panchayati Raj institutions. The scheduled caste and scheduled tribe communities are statutorily elected to a minimum of 15% and 3% seats respectively. Another 33% seats are reserved for the backward classes. Rather, 1/3 of all seats, including the above reserved seats, have to be necessarily filled up by the women. As a result of the majority representation has been provided for the underprivileged section in the order unto socio-economic handicaps and thrust on them. Traditionally exploitative society, these weaker section of the society have also been given opportunity to get elected posts for the Adhyaksha and the Upadhyakshas in the same proportion. If the provision were not made in the act, of disadvantaged groups would have been reduced to more members having no great say in the decision making process. Due to their illiteracy, ignorance and social backwardness, they could not have mustered enough courage to stand up the cause of their communities. Study has been proved that the people have accepted the need for the reservation of the Panchayati Raj institutions. Although it has been pointed out that the functioning of the Gram Panchayats in particular suffers setback due to the lack of strong leadership on account of filling the post through the reserve categories, it is proposed to prescribe some eligibility criteria and minimum qualification to ensure that elected chairperson smoothly runs administration. It is also suggested that these Adhyaksha and Upadhyaksha should be provided adequate training and leadership in communication skills. The reservation proposed in act proportionate to the population of the village and numerically stronger communities which had been hitherto governed by the dominant rural elite have now gained the confidence to realize their unorganized potential. Thus, for the first time, the local government have been transformed into the system of people's governance of themselves. As the programs of rural development are aimed at ameliorating the condition of the poor, ignorant and backward, elected representative being part of the person of these target groups can empathize with their needs and aspiration and problems. They can also mobilize the prospective beneficiaries to participate in the process of the planning as well as execution. They can of their effectively and initiate process and bottom up approaches to the development among the elected members PRI. We also find emergence of younger generation which is more enthusiastic and impatient in bringing about the social change. However, youth among the weaker sections have been represented in sufficient number of generally women above 40 years and age, men above 50 years of age have been contested from the reserved seats. The other generation among the weakest section is most submissive and commands of the dominant classes, and they are traditionally turned to accepting the injustice and discrimination. Hence, even if they elected as a Adhyaksha, they do not succeed in bringing about the radical changes in the social structure as completed by the Panchayati Raj Act. However, process of social changes is always gradual. The state government should ensure that is steady and smooth. The fresh legislation by the state include the reservation of the seat of the office of the Sarpanch for ST, SC women. Punjab Panchayati Raj Act 1994 provide that not less than 1/3 of the total members of his Sarpanch of Gram Panchayats in district shall be reserved for scheduled caste, and not less than 1/3 of the office of Sarpanch shall be reserved for the women, including SC women. Some states like Bihar, UP, Karnataka, MP, Gujarat and Rajasthan have proved the reservation for the office of the chairperson for OBCs, while in Punjab there is a reservation if the office of Sarpanch for backward classes. The office reserved are to be allotted by the rotation of different panchayats. Chandra B.P. Singh, in his article Institutionalizing Panchayat System in India, IJPA of October and December 1998, rightly examined the quality of leadership required in Sarpanch. After having elected, Panch as well as Sarpanch is required to take the oath affirming faith in the Constitution of India, faithfully discharge his duties in doing good people without fear of favor and affection or ill will. This can be put by participant through appropriate leadership training and empowerment, especially in the case of weaker section. Retreating the history and the theory institutionalized explained above, Roy 2004, citing in 1985, explained in it thus: institutionalization as a process means the gradual growth and crystallization of rules and behavior in various social organization settings. Examples: institutionalization include the routinization of charisma and the gradual emerging legal rational administration on the process of the state formation and associate civilization process, and the institutionalization of class struggle in modern societies through the regulated union management and bargaining the competition of mass democratic political parties, and routinization charisma, the strong contradictory force of democracy for which a legal rational system is imperative. However, charismatic authority is entrenched socialization, especially in the countryside in India. The positive intervention is needed to replace it with legal rational authority. With the structural intervention, it is hoped more will be give effect to those changing would be crucial, and variable effectiveness of this structural intervention and desired appropriate and transformation may seem to the further and fixed ideas of the process of understood man-made system should be attempt to be altered suitably, founding, working and contrarily to social welfare. If you like the video, kindly share it and like it. Thank you.